Anybody there? Anyone? Bueller? Are we live? Highlander. Zippered knife pouches. Black 3-cell pocket slides. OD. Zippered knife pouches. Multicam black red. Half stand-up pouches. Coyote. Medium closed bags. Padded 8 sets. Stuff you guys ordered last night. Belts. Those are probably anybody I talked to this morning or last night on email. Coyote. Toiletry bags. Coyote rally bands. Coyote 308 dual rifle card. 762 Velcro back cards. Highlander padded 8 sets. Those are going on 8 mag stacked chest rigs. Single subgun pouches. Single 308 pouches. These will have Velcro walls front and back. And then there's those. Not sure what's out on the floor here. Looks like a bunch of Velcro back mesh pockets. I think these are 12 gauge micros. Stacked chest rigs. Coyote 12 gauge micros. Mesh pockets. Micros. 8 mag stacked chest rigs. OD black zippered knife pouches. Covert rigs. And all this looks like Rallyman subloads. Hank Bailey, Kevin, Ross, what's up guys? 19 here. Looks like this is going to be a short video night. It doesn't look like YouTube is pushing out the notifications. Covert rig and Velcro back mags would go good together. Yeah, they would. Absolutely, they would. You can put any placard there on the center of that thing. Any Velcro back. Brett, what's up? Cody, what's up? DJ Guzman, how are you? Belt Fed, what's up? Guys, hit that thumbs up for us. Double tap your screen. Most devices, that'll give a like. Remember, we're doing the March giveaway. Every order you place, every $5 gets you an entry. Gumby, what's up? How are you? Shirt this week. It's got the round logo on the back. OD green. Alpha Armor, how are you? OD black, large clothes bags. Shipping notifications, super excited. Right on, Sterling. What'd you order? They shipped a ton of shit today. A lot of stuff went out of here today and yesterday. All you guys wanting to build the Rifleman kit, we got OD black and multicam padded suspenders. Looks like we have 2 8-mag stacked in Woodland down there. Which is better, M4 or M16? The one you have? Which one do you have? Got to use the promo code on my order. That means I have to buy more stuff. Yes, you have to buy more stuff. What was your order? Which log splitter? I have Wolf Ridge Manufacturing. 28 Pro. It's got the big piston kit on it and the Honda motor. Years still have the pelter wrap. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere short of lighting it on fire. Yeah, we've got equipment that's been out there 35 years. Not still building it for 35 years. Like the original pieces of equipment from 35 years ago are still out there. Toxic green lanyards, right on. Nothing wild. I built 2 lanyards today that shipped. They are not toxic, though. They were OD green. When did you place your order? The order today, surely it's not yours. It was OD green, 2 24-inch OD green lanyards, and 2 key silencers, I think is what was in that box. Hamster, how are you? We'll be doing the Pulling the Thread podcast tomorrow. We'll be doing the Patreon Q&A. So if you're on Patreon, make sure you jump on there, ask the questions. Those conversations are driven by the questions that you guys ask. That'll be me and Scully. Man, there's gear laying all over the place out here. Two days ago, yours was just lanyards. Right on. Right on. Question on the duty belt says not to order anything else with it. Does that mean you can't order belt keepers? I don't know what you're seeing that says that. It's probably the Cobra duty belt said that, and you can order other stuff with it. That's probably when we put them on brand new. I don't think that was duty belts. I think that was Cobra duty belts. The 2-inch probably said that. Gary, how are you? Josh, what's up? How are you, man? Yeah, 2-inch Cobra, that's why. Now you can order belt keepers with it. We still put combat cocks in shipping. No, we sell the combat cocks, but we've not done them as like promo items for years. Man, we built thousands and thousands of those things. Have you weight checked the Have you weight checked the double stacked 308 load? No, I've not, man. Load up a mag and multiply it by 8. That's what you'll be at. Edgy, what's up, dude? Being in the mountains of Pennsylvania on the farm, this is all new to me. I can't see anything outside. Can you recommend thermal or night vision gear? You're only limited by money, man. You'll see a lot more under thermal. Night vision, you will be able to identify who it is. Thermals will not look through windows. 20 rounder is under half a pound. 20 round 308. And what are the PMags? The PMags are what? 25 rounders now? We have 3 single rifle mag shingles, these triples in OD. Norhiko, what's up, man? Oh, there's another covert rig. You were right. In 6 months, my orders have exceeded my production capability. Yeah, man. It's always how it goes. Raise your prices. Padded night vision cases, padded hearing protection cases. I just dualed up my thermal and monocular. I'm going to use the thermal to spot morels with this week. Cool. Does that work? Is that a thing? They glow? Did you know that, Josh? PMags are 25 rounds of 308. Got it. Is there a 30 or there's 20 and 25s? I remember Jeff saying there was 2 sizes of them. No notification. Yeah, it seems I've been on here for 15 minutes and there's very few people here. It did not send a notification today for some reason. Very odd. AJ, what's up? Do I make plate carriers? We do not make plate carriers. Homestead, what's up? Vince, what's going on? Single 308. I just revamped these today. They have Velcro front and back wall for Velcro retention. Pals on the face. Subgun single mags. Every now and then guys have asked for these. And I'm like, nah, there's not enough interest. We're not going to make them. I built a few today and we cut patterns for them. Not been getting notifications for a while. Tried unsubbing and resubbing to see if that fixes it. It did not. Interesting. Jonathan, good evening. The morels stay cooler due to moisture evap. Oh, got it. So you'll see them under thermal. Got it. Clever, what's up? You should make a bag with slots for camping plates. Call it a plate carrier. What are camping? Oh, like the porcelain covered metal plates. Struggling with visualizing long-term goal for the ranch. Where we want our big house built, fruit tree cabin by the pond. I think I need a drone. The place is just overwhelming. Yeah, a drone would help, man. You could get a service or a company, a guy to come out there and map it out. You could also get somebody like William Bond to look at it on Google Maps and kind of set up your permaculture stuff for you. Fairfax County, Virginia, charging people $430 to have 6 chickens. Fuck them. Somebody needs to burn their fucking homes down. Fucking asinine. Go to a chicken ranch and get a fucking dump truck full of manure and leave it at all the fucking town council houses. Fucking pieces of shit. They're going to charge, what do they charge you to have a fucking dog? The dip pouch is not on the site. I just built 4 or 5 of them tonight. I still want to make a couple changes to them. Didn't sound right because I didn't know when you say you spent more money on fencing than you purchased the property. For so true. Now that, yeah, it is, man. Especially, you can do fencing different ways too. Like people will just put up barbed wire. Dogs can go through barbed wire. We used, you can do welded wire, which is not as strong as woven wire, right? Welded wire goes across, and every place it crosses, it just tack welded basically. Woven wire, every place it goes across, wraps around once or twice, and then travels and wraps. Much, much stronger. Animals can't break the welds, you know, just way stronger. And then for woven wire, you can do like 4x4. You can do 2x4. Like we did 2x4 on my perimeter. Rabbits can't even get through that shit. Like there's no wild rabbits inside the fence line because they can't get in. Now, 2x4 wire has over twice the amount of material as 4x4 wire. 4x4 wire, fucking goats will get their heads stuck, and other goats will fuck them until you rescue them. It's pretty wild, man. Thermal camera from China, $250. We can have chickens in my town as long as you name them and their pets. Well, can't your chickens just identify as transgender they? How long does it take to raise up chickens from Tractor Supply to about 6 months? Are they hard to take care of? Oh, not at all. Not at all. And you'll see people with heat lamps because there's a lot of dust in the shavings and stuff. Heat lamps can cause fires. If you're in an old wood building or something like that, they can definitely cause fires. I keep the chickens in a stock tank, like a big, galvanized stock tank, and I have a heat lamp over the top of it. So there's no way to catch fire. At worst, it could catch maybe the wood chips on fire and kill the chickens, but that's like in the middle of the garage or something, right? So it's never going to catch anything on fire. Now they make heat mats like we use in reptile cages that are completely safe, and the chickens will, it has like 4 legs on it, right? So they'll huddle under that for warmth, but there's no fire and there's no fire risk. And you'll see those. A lot of places will have them. You can buy them on Amazon and stuff. And they're just a lot safer than the heat bulbs are. Yeah, and the heat's only for a couple weeks, exactly. Farm town I moved to doesn't allow rabbits or chickens. Well, they're never going to know if you have rabbits, so fuck them. They're never going to know. And it's a pet rabbit, so fuck them again. Who's the YouTube guy that says beloved? I see him all the time. Beloved. Fuck, I know him. Who is it? It'll come to me. You're talking about Cody. You're talking about Wrangler Star. You didn't need to name all your chickens Colonel Sanders. Oil well pipe and frack rod for the fence lasts forever. Yeah, if you have it around you where you can get it for sure. We do not. Hillbilly nods, just strap a deer spotter scope to a helmet. Pulled the trigger on Simpson pressure wash. Oh, nice. Very cool. Good for you, man. Held off buying them because I was intimidated. Oh, no. Chickens are super easy, man. Every kid in the 4th grade, had a chicken. We were given chickens, like we had to take care of them and shit. You ever take care of a hamster? Chickens are even easier. We used to capture wild animals and, raise them. Had a video of using an old oil to fill wood post for yeah. You drill into the fence posts and stuff, and you fill it with kerosene or used motor oil. I think it's actually a 50-50 mix. You could also use that as a drop for hiding, money, keys, notes. Just ordered some chickens. We'll pick them up next month. 8-week-old Buff Orpington. Oh, nice. Buff Orpingtons are good birds. Chickens are easier than dogs. I agree. I have over 100 chickens. Do I have any exotic chickens? I have some chickens that I don't know what kind of chickens they are. We'll typically go into a place and be like, especially on the weekends, I'm like, how much for all of your chickens? Because they'll give them to you for 50 cents a piece. So we'll buy up, a bunch of whatever. And I always get some that I've never seen before, some different heritage breeds and stuff. Caleb, what's up? I've got a couple of cool looking chickens, have weird little feathers on their heads and stuff. Put out kind of a bluish egg.
Where's the pinking shears?
The pinking shears. I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know. Cody had all my shit that was on this table has completely disappeared. I would look over on these 2 tables over here.
I figured you ended up with them all the time, so they'd be over here.
Yeah, I just picked them up because I thought they were big long scissors, but no. I know the guy said, I saw the guys cutting stuff with them. I think Cody used them last. Japanese beetle trap that captures them. Yep. Now, keep in mind, too, with the Japanese beetle trap, it's pheromones, so you will actually attract beetles also. I don't have a single chicken on the property. We put Japanese beetles down. They look at them side-eyed and do not eat them at all. I use a cordless vacuum cleaner because they'll get on my peach trees or they'll get on my grapevines. And I'll use a cordless vacuum because there'll be 2 or 3 on top trying to mate. They'll be sitting on top of each other stacked. And I used to walk up and just crush them. I would kill them. But as soon as you vibrate the plant, all the rest of them take off. So a cordless vacuum cleaner, you just suck them up and then you can take them and crush them, or put them in the toilet or drown them or whatever. These are eggs from yesterday and today. I think I have a basket full of eggs still too. Yeah, there's a basket of eggs also. Yeah, I see people all the time say they eat beetles, but mine won't eat them at all. You use expensive pinking shears or cheapos. We just get whatever we can get at Michael's or Walmart. One chicken, one a day. Yeah, typically. I'm probably not getting one out of every one a day. I've got some birds here that are 4 years old, 5 years old. Their feet are big, huge, and gnarly old hens. Still no luck finding an eastern coral snake. Dude, yeah, I get it. Man, I've lived in Tennessee and I've never seen a rattlesnake here, and we looked for years. And they're here. No luck.
Yeah.
They're going to be orange handled.
There's so much shit fucking piled everywhere in here.
Yeah.
Here's a fucking pattern.
Yeah, there's patterns everywhere. These motherfuckers lose patterns and then just cut a new one.
All the pieces of Velcro you fucking ruined.
Yeah, I mean, look at the fucking mess here. Imagine what this motherfucker's car and house looks like. I guarantee they're here. They're just under something.
Yeah,
Well, they don't, you know what? They weren't using pinking shears. They're using that waved pizza roller.
right. But I've bought probably 5 sets of pinking shears.
Okay, but why are you going to do that when it's so much faster to just use the roller?
Because I don't know where the fuck... I'm trying to just cut the bottom of my shirt off. Like,
Oh, gotcha.
it shouldn't be a fucking complicated thing.
Gotcha. Well, you're already invested too much time. Just buy another pair tomorrow.
But because I fucking...
So old chickens don't produce eggs. Correct. Yeah, they a chicken is born with ovums, right? Some chickens will have 250, some will have 350. That chicken is born with every embryo, basically, that it's ever going to produce. And when they molt, they lose their feathers and grow new feathers. They go off production. You're not going to get any eggs out of them when that happens, or very few. And then you're going to get less in the winter, unless you give them light. You can extend light, and they'll produce more. YouTube video on how to get your chickens to eat beetles. They have to be living. Yeah, we gave them living ones. They didn't eat them. I don't give a shit about it. I don't care if they eat them or not. I am perfectly fine just killing the beetles. For the time and effort to train them, it's not worth it for me. I have plenty of other stuff to feed the animals. I get a couple 100 pounds of cabbage a week. We just got 2,200 pounds of grapes. I mean, we have all kinds of shit to feed these animals. Plus all the food clean out that comes out of the refrigerator all goes to the chickens. Ask Cody and ask Isaac both. See if you hear back from them. 10-year-old chicken, one a month. Yeah, I've heard chickens. I saw somebody the other day said they had a chicken that was 7 years old. Really, at 4 years old, you need to kill your chickens off. 3 years old, really. If you have an animal on your property that is not giving you a product, that is a pet. That is a cost source. That's up to you. I mean, if you have 100 chickens and they lived great and produced for you and you want to keep 100 chickens alive a few more years, by all means, that's up to you. But we typically kill everything off when it slows down production, to include rabbits, chickens, and we feed them to the dogs. Ten-year-old chicken is like asking grandma to give birth. Yeah, Bear. I saw some of their videos in Missouri. Where are they staying that has the rooms on the top floor like that? Is that a gymnasium or is it a church? Like, what was that building purpose built for? High school, got it. Yeah, I was listening to that this morning while I was out feeding animals, and I just missed the part where he said, I guess where he said high school. That's cool. They have all those like apartments or rooms above there. That's pretty cool. Watch video processing chicken seem easier to take the skin off. With the feathers, you have all the protein. Why is that not done? You want that fat, man. You want to have that skin on, depending how you cook the chicken. For commercial processing, which is what we have a big scalding tank. Once you scald those birds, then we toss them in the plucker, and in about 45 seconds, the plucker has completely pulled all of those out of that chicken. And then we have the skin on, and then we freeze whole bird skin on. We put them in a shrink bag. Basically, we take that chicken once it cools off, we put it in a bag, and then we dunk it into a tank of hot water, and it shrinks the bag up, and then you tie the bag off. I don't tie them, I just use zip ties. I'll take the bag, spin it a couple times, fold it over, and zip tie it. If you have big enough molly pouch, I can attach to the side of MedMag, hold blood pressure cuff. I'm not sure what you're asking. Ask that again. I'm not following. I do have a pouch that'll hold a blood pressure cuff. Our day pack side pouch will, but I'm not sure. Are you wanting to put it on the medical backpack? 6x6 would hold it, but there's not a way to mount it on the side. You could put it on the pals on the face of the medical backpack. If you wrap the chicken in bacon, you don't miss the skin. As cows get older, the meat gets tough. Chicken might be the same. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're going to make chicken and dumplings or stew or soup out of older birds. But we typically use them to feed to the dogs. We feed whole, raw to the dogs. When we kill an old rabbit, we just give it straight to the dog. When I kill an old chicken, we give it straight. They eat the feathers, they eat the fur, they eat the entire animal. Scalded wild turkeys to pluck. Want the skin on. Yeah, especially on ducks you want the skin on. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell is left for good. That's a good place for her. Good. My buddy married a woman with a daughter already. She just had her first kid, and his wife is about to have her third. So she's a grandpa. So he's a grandpa at 30. Got it. Big family, good. Favorite camo? The one that does the job. I really like multicam black. I really like woodland. I like woodland with multicam black on it. But the real answer is, if we're using it for real camo, the one that matches the season and the terrain. Just like, what vehicle am I driving? Well, what are we taking? How many people? How fast? How much equipment? What kind of trailer do we have to pull? That's going to dictate. Sober son, what's up? Wow, my dog turns his nose if the pizza isn't hot. You want your dog to eat whole animals? Take the animal and just cut the belly open, expose some of the guts. He'll eat it. The first thing your dog does if it gets loose is go roll in dog shit and try to eat rotted dead stuff. If you take a rabbit and dispatch it, or a chicken, and you just cut that gut open a little bit, he'll get right inside there and eat it up. And you will only have to do that once or twice. After that, he'll eat them. Did I walk by a cabinet with a bunch of knives? Yeah. This is just some of our like higher end collaboration stuff. Some Striders. It's not really full. Like, it hasn't been loaded up in a long time. I think I have 7 of these cabinets. Most of them are up in my office. Uncle used the chocolate chip cam. Oh, I love chocolate chip. Love it. My dog brought a possum in the house the other day, laid it by her bed, looked at me so proud. Was it still alive? Married my wife when I was 23. 3 years later, my daughter made her a grandma. Rambo Heaven, yeah. Norhico, overnight success t-shirt. Yeah, it was refunded, man, so we could ship that other order out. M1, a 6x6 would fit on the adventure kit. I never saw him answer. Did he say he had I am building out a refute adventure. There we go. Perfect. You have another I have a 6,000 foot upstairs. This is downstairs. So if you took this, my office is right up here. And it's the entire upstairs of this work bay right here is the entire space of my office. It's that window up there. And it runs from right here all the way back. I don't know how big it is. I think my office is about 1,200 feet, I think. Yeah, that mag pouch shipped, Paul. I actually sat down and built that mag pouch yesterday. Go back to the hoodie. What hoodie are we talking? These hoodies right here? We're mostly sold out. We've got some big boy sizes in these. And I think we have a couple, just look up lightweight hoodie on the website. I think there's some of these. And I think there might be some United States post-apocalypse, depending on the size. Could your freeze dryer run on the Goal Zero? It'd be very limited time, depending what you're freeze drying. Like when we freeze dry chicken, it's going to run for 3 days. So I'd be really hard pressed to run on this battery bank because I don't have enough solar to replenish it. Yeah, those lightweight hoodies are my favorite too. I had one with me at dinner tonight. Time to pay bills. Always time to pay bills. The upstairs is where all the street. Yeah, I've got a bunch of enormous safes up there. So like when we have an event, we're gonna have a bunch of company and VIP members and stuff over. All that stuff goes on display. And then the first time I'm going to leave town or we're going to have a storm, all that shit gets folded up and put in bins like this. And then the safes get loaded up with the bins. Speaking of big, you're under 400 pounds. Good, man. Fucking great. Kiri, good evening. Aaron, what's up? One day, please make OD 500 pouch or 6x6. We make those pretty frequently, like OD black. I do not have one. You are correct. Is there any use to keeping ducks besides being... No, ducks will destroy all your shit. Really, I would be better off with 0 ducks here. Am I having tequila tonight? I probably will. I go through spurts where I'll go 6 weeks and not, and then I will. Yeah, I'll probably have some tequila tonight. It'll be a margarita, which is in a cup that's about 5 inches tall. And it has a rim around the top that rolls to the outside so I can salt it super heavy. Would you need a ridiculous amount of Nomad panels? Well, yes, yeah, you would. I mean, we have to make enough power to run the freeze dryer and still jam the batteries at the same time, right? Because it has to run 24 hours. You can't just stop the freeze dryer. And then most of the loads we run, if we're running protein, it's running for, 2 to 3 days, usually 3 days. Yeah, salt is good for you. A lot of people's problems are lack of salt. And the first thing the fucking doctors do is tell you to stop taking salt and put you on a diuretic. Tim Riley, what's up, my man? Shit, all you have is baby Gap size hoodies. What size do you need, Cole? Yeah, salt keeps you hydrated. A lot of your shit runs on salt. We use a lot of Redmond's. I even use some Redmond's pre-workout, which is salt-based. So, I see 3X. Smalls, mediums. Man, I got a lot of smalls there. I don't even know how that happened. These are all 3Xs. These are shirts. 4Xs, 5Xs. And then we've got hoodies all the way down. But I've got, like I was saying, I got 2X in the Red Skull, 2X, 2X, XL, Post-Apocalypse. Oh yeah, smalls, medium. Oh, here's some more. Yeah, I got 4X. 4Xs in Post-Apocalypse. $20 kilograms. I had the Monjaro injection. I'm 20 kilograms. I had the... You're 20 kilograms. If you watch history shows, the amount of salt you need in the grid down situation. Oh yeah, because that's going to be your preservation. You need to have salt. And how do we get salt, right? We have to mine it or we have to harvest it from ocean. So really, you need to store it. You need to have it. Is the upstairs of your shop a private area? What's it look like up there now? I haven't seen you shoot videos up there in a long time. Yeah, we use it as kind of a VIP lounge. It's my museum. The upstairs of the shop is the entire area that you see this roof right here, this ceiling. That's the whole upstairs at 6,000 feet up there. You made an SOE sweat top? You mean sweatshirt? Yeah, we've done a lot of SOE sweatshirts, hoodies. I have no reptiles at all. I don't own any exotics right now, though we were looking at some zebras tonight. Are you still building rifle bags for people who ordered on Instagram? I think I have a couple still floating around. Why? Did you want one? You ordered one. What color did you order, Aaron? Multicam black. And you on Instagram? Question mark. I've got some more stacked up somewhere on Instagram, but you have not paid, correct? Maybe this is it. I'll bet that's yours right there, bro. It's there. I just got to Velcro it together. Norihiko, you're going to lose 44 pounds? Roger. What time is it? When I got on here, I said I was only going to be on here 30 minutes. It's 10 o'clock already. All right, here. We'll go upstairs for a minute. You guys want to see upstairs? I have cords for this. I need to wire that up. I need to wire this up too. That's a light. You can go upstairs. It's sanitized. The gloves and the walrus. You saw the walrus? Were you here, Paul? How'd you know I had the walrus? Red LED lights up there to give it a proper SOE glow. The staircases are actually, all the cutouts have removable panels. I've got Lexan that goes in that's LED illuminated. So all the SOE cutouts and combat cocks actually glow. We've just never wired them in. They did such a good job on the powder coat that it's bright enough without lighting it. Does your faces and feet have a YouTube channel? No, I never did a YouTube channel. There's the Instagram and Facebook, and I don't think I've ever posted on Facebook, but the Instagram probably populates to Facebook. Most of this is Kiri's doing. Kiri placed all these things here. I just kind of throw them wherever. She made some kind of sense of them. Here, I'll turn the lights on over here. This is the last time I watched a movie. There's been movies played on here maybe 3 or 4 times, and that TV's not been on in years. We talk about that all the time because it's the only wall space we have. If I got that TV out of here, we could have some more place to hang some shit. And I really thought like I would put a wall right here so that you could hang shit on both sides of the wall. Like this here, these windows here are on both sides. I just put the pallet wall up so I had room to hang some shit. When you said it's a museum, no, I wasn't kidding. This is like all, and most of it's like real shit. Like that's from the Ivory Coast. That's a real dive hat. All these are real, dolly heads. Most of it's like really from the time period. Most of it's not reproduction. Benjamin Brewer, what's up? Schnitzel beer lights. No, I don't drink any beer, man. I only bought this beer sign because it had titties on it. I buy anything with like faces and feet, like carvings, like Green Man or gargoyles, lions, claw feet, lion's feet, and boobs. Checked out the carpeted wall people use in art fair. Yeah, I've seen them. How much more stuff do I have that's not up here? There's probably only 30-40% of it on displayed. I really need a person that just changes it all around every 30 days. Old copper still. I might have one of those. It might not be old. Oh, there's a bunch of combat cocks on this Christmas tree here. Like a bunch of the original samples. Don't tempt you with a good time every 30 days. Santa Claus head. He looks crazy. Paper mache, probably. Santa. Are you talking about this one? It's paper mache. Might be fiberglass. I think it's paper mache. Make combat cocks. Yeah, they kind of died out. Like when we would do a promo, people would place hundreds of orders to get the combat cocks. And we would do those, every few weeks, every month, every season or holiday we would do one. But they kind of just died out and they weren't as big of a thing as they once were. So we stopped doing them. Somebody sent me this. This is super cool. It's a gas mask that they glued fur onto. Bringing back mystery box. Yeah, you want a mystery box? You guys want a mystery box? Yeah, the Chewbacca gas. It's fucking awesome, man. I love it. This is one of the more recent things we got. I need somebody to take off Jim and Mary and put on John and Amanda. That's a child's coffin. Villages, people didn't ever bury their dead in coffins. You just couldn't afford to. So the village had a coffin for display and funeral, and then they would bury them in the ground. Still have a bunch of mine. Definitely some cool ones. I like the Santa and reindeer. Yeah, I like the old like painted on wood folk art, like Halloween stuff. Painted on like paper bags and stuff like that. I love that type of stuff. Just like, you know, homemade decorations. Fragment. So much of history, so much of the artifacts and stuff have just been lost to time. And then just little pieces have been, you know, reclaimed. Children coffin. Yeah, there's some of that funerary stuff is actually really beautiful though. Some of it's got like glass windows in it, and some of the horse carriages, the hearse carriages and stuff were very, very intricate. Nick, what's up? Is that your green man? No, I don't think so, Amanda. That's a different one. Most of them are right at the entry room of our door on the back of the wall. Yeah, old gargoyles, love them. Very, very hard to find real original gargoyles. You know, they were stone and rock, and they were attached to buildings. So many of them are very, very large. And a lot of times taking them down, they just get destroyed. Yeah, we do have a glass baby box. We certainly do, yeah. When I was a kid, a friend of mine stole a hot horse drawn sleigh, and they realized they had no place to put it, left it on the side of the road. Yeah, I wish you had that too, man. Still love a pair of Damascus Grim Reaper size. Oh, that'd be badass. Let me know when you find some. That would be incredible. Collection of old death photos. Yeah, that stuff actually comes up for sale pretty frequently. Yeah, that used to be a thing, man. They used to take pictures with their dead, especially children. There's a lot of that. A lot of my black friends still take photos of deceased people. Just seems odd to me today. Yeah, just culture, I suppose. Old hay knives. Is that like the sickle type, the curved knives? I've got some of those. I buy old, really big cleavers when I see them too. Anything you see here on the table, well, not these, but any of this stuff can ship tomorrow morning. Anything up on the front wall can ship tomorrow morning. All right, guys. June 20th, is it, Kiri? June 20th. Party here. Make sure you guys get that on your calendar. Make sure you RSVP. There is a VIP package available. Big serrated knife for cutting hay stacks. Nice. Peck, what up? Just about to jump off of here. Early morning. I was up this morning. I actually walked out to make a video, and I'm like, I just don't want to make this fucking video. We'll be recording Pulling the Thread podcast tomorrow and Patreon Q&A. So if you're Patreon, make sure you get on there, ask your questions. There's probably a question area posted for members here on YouTube. If you guys are not aware, we do have a membership on here. You guys can check that out. If you use Amazon, if you would use any of my links in description to Amazon, it'll give us a small percentage of your order. Code SOE at EMP Shield will get you $50 off your order. Code SOE Gear at Redcon1 will get you 20% off your order. Paul, yeah, send me a picture, man. Flavors are cool, big ones, yeah. 308 single pouch on the table. Yes, that's what that is. Yep. June 14th. There we go, guys. All right, guys. Good night.